What's up, guys? It's Monday, and that means it is chest day. Universal chest day. You actually do shoulders as well. Here, we're going to start first with a progressive movement like we do with legs. In this instance, it's going to be hammer strength incline. This is just a warm-up set, making sure I'm driving with my elbows, being explosive, and really putting tension through the chest and trying to keep the delts out of it. So here's my main work set. I just do one work set each week, trying to add weight or reps with the same weight. So we'll just go to failure here. I don't allow myself to get sloppy with form. We're just gonna, take it to failure and then nothing beyond. Then we move into pec deck. You'll see I actually scooted up there. It's the same idea, keeping the shoulders out of the movement. Initially when I sat down, the range of motion was kind of high. It put my front delts to work, so I kind of moved up there. I compensated the next work set by moving the seat up. You'll notice that I keep my arms pretty straight, and I'm really squeezing my chest at the top of the movement. Again, I'm not rounding my shoulders like you see so many people do. You'll see my work set here. I do the triple drop. That cute face, that cute look there. I do a triple drop set here, but I never, round into the movement. I believe this set, I do a couple partials, and again, I could have, if I wanted to force it, I could have, rounded into it, got my shoulders involved. But again, I just want the chest working. And so I keep that out, keep my form, and just go, range of motion to failure that I can. So you'll see that here. And again, this was, we did this work set. I don't show the second work set. We did one more work set on here. It was just actually pretty dang lightweight. I dropped it down about where it is right now. And I just focused on making sure the chest was activated optimally. Slower tempo, and I really held a squeeze at the top of the contraction. And I actually, believe it or not, I got less reps for that set than I did my first set here with the full stack. So it's just showing that you can make a movement pretty dang hard, without using a ton of weight. Again, I don't think that should always be the case. I think you need to get heavy with movements, but you can mitigate or minimize joint stress by implementing sets like that. You'll see my hands are yellow here. That's because my pre-workout meal was mac and cheese and I ate it with my hands. I'm just joking. That was a supplement powder. I don't know what's wrong with me. So here, just another flat chest press, pin loaded. Everyone likes to hate on machines, but my chest used to be a weak point, and I was all about dumbbells. I was all about free weights. And I switched over to, I do a lot of free weights still, but I incorporate a good amount of machines now, and my chest is actually stronger. This running? I don't think, I think machines definitely have the place. Here I did one work set, just a failure here again, just a heavy work set.
Lightweight, baby!
And then see second work set here. Again, drop the weight down, really squeeze. You'll see me do it when I have my training partner, my training gal do it as well, so you'll see that in a second. Again, not forcing anything there. Dancing a little bit. It increases power by 452% if you dance after a set, just so you don't give away that secret. There we go, here's the back down set. Really focusing on, when I'm initiating that movement, I imagine driving with my elbows and really squeeze my chest at the top. You'll actually see me, I kind of duck my head or tuck my head into my chest on a lot of chest movements, and that's just, it's kind of like touching a muscle when you're for example, back, touching your lats allows you to activate a little bit more. For some reason, it allows me to connect with that mentally, and I can feel, because I have enough mass up there now, I can feel that that's contracting, on my chin. So it's a little bit weird, but hang in there to look cool. So whatever. Here's Blake. Really taking the tempo slow, which I'm totally cool with. Again, this was after her heavy work set. She did one as well.
Good.
And gentlemen, just so you know, I've trained with a lot of people, a lot of guys, a lot of gals. There's some guys that train hard, but overall, ubiquitously throughout the gender, if you teach someone what intensity is, females more than likely will keep that intensity up over the long term. So I actually train with more females than I do dudes now. So guys, step your game up. Step your game up. And here, this is actually my work set. We did some incline flies. I did a couple warm-up sets. You'll see I don't go all the way to the top of the movement, because when you do, that takes tension off the chest. That tension is placed down through your arms and into the bench rather than your chest. So I just go up, not all the way, just slightly, probably 3/4 of the way up, and then try to keep the tension on as much as possible. Here we go into shoulders, and I'm doing side laterals. 9 times out of 10, I start shoulders with some kind of side lateral movement. And the reason for this is just joint longevity. I used to have a lot of issues with tendonitis, issues in my shoulder, doing heavy presses, with minimal warm-up and just going straight into them. This is my work set here. 45 is just, again, heavy, progressive, as many reps as possible to failure. I'll try to keep my arms straight to keep tension on the medial head. There is a little lean back. That'll shift some of the focus onto the posterior, but I keep it minimal, But anyways, injuries from just heavy overhead pressing, it's super common. I think, if you pre-fatigue muscle like this, then you don't have to put as much weight on the bar for your pressing movements. There's a lot of guys out there too that don't do pressing movements at all for shoulder, so I don't think it's 100% necessary. I think they're good. It's another stimulus, but I would rather keep longevity and start with the laterals. That's just a back down. I really focused on squeezing. 30 pounders, very light. Here we go in overhead press. Again, this is just a warm-up set. And again, I just go in progression. So I think I use the full stack and just go for as many reps as possible on my work set. And that was only did one work set for this. Again, to keep stress on those joints minimum. Believe it or not, the shoulder joint isn't a very resilient joint, so it's susceptible to injury. It's a very common place to get injured. Again, the longer I do this, the more I see how important longevity is. We're at the mercy of our bodies. We have to train hard, but we have to train smart, because if you snap them up, then you're not going to be able to train them. So there's a way to get a stimulus without snapping your shit. Here we go into hip rear delts. With some reverse cable flies. I was actually going to use reverse back deck if it were taken. And Blake had to leave after this to go to work, but I did some face pulls as well, because I honestly don't feel I can get as much tension through the rear delt with this movement versus like a reverse back deck. So I like to follow it up with another movement if I need these.
Admire the booty. He tells people not to be on his phone.
A little interlude, and then my work set, and I dropped it back down after a slow squeeze set. And the besides the face pulls, the rope face pulls, that was pretty much my chest and shoulder day. So again, the theme is going heavy, being smart, putting a stimulus on the muscle, a heavy-ass stimulus, and then getting out and allowing it to recover and get better, rather than just driving yourself down, with endless volume. So, anyways, hope you guys get something out of this, and as always, stay tuned.
I hate you. Actually, I love you. I love you. Odin, Thor.